Hello everyone! We are going to be playing some of Natlan's new story, 5.1. I guess it's not that new anymore, but so the reason why this has come really late is because I heard that two of our big characters, Kachina and Kanich, don't have their voices. Their voice actor, the English one, doesn't have their voice lines in because of the strike that is still going on, and I was really hoping that eventually the strike would end and then their voices would get put in, then I could play it and really enjoy the story. Couldn't really avoid it any longer because, as you can see, in 4 days I'm gonna miss out on some primos. Yeah, it's been like a month and nothing has happened, and I don't think it's gonna wrap up anytime soon, unfortunately, so we're just gonna play it.
Hi, Catherine, it's us! Got any new commissions?
Yeah.
You two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan. Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land. Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action.
That'll lead to a faster response time.
Yes, precisely. You've been working hard these days, and this will be a good opportunity for some well-deserved rest.
Okay. Is that Fang Paimon? Hello?
Oh, hey, Kachina!
Oh god, how
Are you
much
feeling
Kachina are we gonna do? Because I don't want to voice this character very often. Yep. Oh wait, that's not what she said. Now really isn't the time to stay at home and recover anyway. I want to do something to help. I heard that the Pyro Archon is gathering warriors to be stationed in the more remote areas, so I came here to help. Impressive, Kachina. Don't think I haven't heard about all the things that you've been doing. With everyone working so hard, I've got to do my part too. Oh, by the way, Shilonen told me she was ordered to forge you an ancient name. She said that she's all set, and we can head over whenever we're ready.
Wow, so we'll finally get to meet Shilonen, the legendary forger
I
of
butchered her
ancient
name!
names.
Guys, how's my voice acting? It wasn't that bad, was it? Shilonen, I brought the person who needs an ancient name. She's super amazing, and I've already learned tons of stuff from her. I can vouch that she's really worthy of a hero's name.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation.
I'm actually like 100 years old, but you know.
Wait, are you Outlanders?
You're saying the Pyro Archon didn't tell you?
No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged herself to the plan, but we need to forge an ancient name to ensure she'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now.
Are you upset?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, it's probably for the better that she didn't bring this up at the time. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name.
I've got plenty of deeds under my belt.
But they were all performed outside of Natlan, correct?
Well, I saved Kachina. Does that count?
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natlan, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands.
Some of the Abyss. Does that count?
Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
So what, I need to make my name?
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, What else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order of my Archon. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Oh, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
Maybe that's just how much she and the Archon trust each other.
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record her heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would probably not be enough.
Would we need to gain the acknowledgement of all 6 Wyab?
I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Lali at the Masters of the Nightwind, the one we call Granny Eatstali.
What?
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her
Yeah.
spirit speaker stone to find Kachina's ancient name. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. I'm unsure she'd be able to help.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room and doesn't like to be disturbed. I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you, but...
She probably won't be very happy with us.
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before? And you even managed to save Kachina.
Yeah, at the cost of her spirit speaker stone being split into
Yeah,
two.
we broke that.
Great going, Moeka. We're already off to a rocky start here. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, Lali would still want to show respect to the Archon. I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
Okay. Let's ask Kanish to deliver the letter. He understands the whole situation and is already a familiar face to her. Kanish makes his way over after some time. We meet again. Kachina told me everything. I'll deliver the message to the Masters of Nightwind and convince Lali to give you a chance. I'll also take this chance to explain what happened to the Spirit Speaker Stone and offer her an apology in person.
I'm sorry to put this on you, Kanish. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her.
It's alright. We're all working for the sake of the Pyro Archon's plan, after all. Everyone here understands how dire the situation has become.
Oh, wait, so Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
You know. Because we all saw a hero of the past materialize right before our eyes, and then Mualani said that a ton of knowledge and memory suddenly flooded her brain. The Pyro Archon explained everything when we came back from the Night Kingdom, including the reason behind the appearance of the hero, as well as the current state of the Night Kingdom.
Right. She mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Shilonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged.
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us.
I have another piece of intel to share. We've pretty much identified the person who rescued the captain in the stadium of the Sacred Flame. His name is Auroran, and he also hails from the Masters of the Nightwind. However, he spent most of his life living out in the wilderness by himself, away from the rest of the tribe. Also, I'm sorry if I butchered that name. That's why his disappearance went unnoticed. By the time Lali finally realized that he was gone, no one had heard from him for quite a while.
Lali knows him too?
That's right. Auroran was an orphan, raised by the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind, and many other kind-hearted people in his tribe. Still, he's had something of an odd reputation his whole life. As of now, we still haven't been able to confirm whether Auroran joined the Fatui voluntarily, or if he was coerced. Lali is probably eager to prove that Auroran hasn't betrayed his people. I plan to use this as leverage when I go talk with her.
Oh, so if I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Auroran and the captain's whereabouts?
Yes, if you're all on board with the idea, then it becomes a mutually beneficial collaboration, rather than just a one-sided request. Even though I don't think Seat Lolly is the kind of person to turn down an order from the Pyro Archon, working together with us will help her focus and not get distracted by the whole Auroron situation. Good idea.
Yeah! Plus, we kinda owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the spirit speakers down.
Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Oh good, I don't have to keep voicing them, ugh.
Hey, Shilonen, how's everything going?
I have bad news. Seat Lolly did not reply to our request. Although,
Oh.
I suppose I'm not too surprised.
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kenichi a response? Guess she really does have quite the ego then.
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Nightwind often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not deigning us with a response. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there.
Paimon doesn't see anybody. Seems she's just not gonna show up, huh?
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't a subject always answer the call of their Archon?
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon.
Oh, it's like that?
Yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only thing is that she often has very high expectations of us.
I can tell.
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along with. Unlike that old hag Granny Eatstily, right? Does she think she can ignore us just
I think
because
she's coming over right now! Paimon!
You all talk about her like she's some kind of huge deal, but she didn't even bother to reply to our letter! If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Huh? Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right?
Huh? See, Lolly.
Huh?
Wait, you're Seat Lolly? You're Granny Eatstily?
Yes, Granny Eatsley. But emphasis on Eatsley, not Granny. Oh, wipe that look off your face! You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age?
Did I forget to mention, she's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young.
And you were complaining about the Pyro Archon leaving things out.
It was an honest mistake.
Paimon, sorry. So, how old are you actually?
What? How dare you?
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you, it's just that your case seems really unique.
All right, I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all this so seriously. If anything, I'm gonna feel awkward if we keep this going. I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said, "Understood." But, of course, it's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology. Only to hear you all talking smack about me. Anyway, that's the whole story. Honestly, it's not like I owed you an explanation anyway.
Okay. That was a lot. This is so awkward.
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
When the Masters of the Nightwind said they struggled dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual.
Anyway, Shilonen, I heard that you require my help in crafting an ancient name.
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
Good grief.
I see. So Mawika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an Outlander. Well, that would be a first. And you've also heard all about Auroron. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow.
We'll help bring Auroron back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you.
Do I look like I'm worthy of an ancient name? Oh.
Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds. O weary yet free soul, even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage.
Excuse me, what was that supposed to mean?
Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the Traveler gonna be okay?
Shoo! That should do it.
What did you just shoo?
You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body.
Huh?
No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
What? Huh?
Isn't that kind
That's
of
a thing?
like having part of a ghost come back with you?
And whose ghost?
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
But why? Maybe that was a...
It was nothing.
You.
Shilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Auroron back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands. The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyab of the tribes. Well, that sort of makes sense, being the Lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all.
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. But never mind. That's not important. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance. In other words, in a dream. But I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance. I'll make a list. Can any of you get everything for me?
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Then we'll go with St. Lolly to track down Auroron.
Okay.
Phew, the Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful during your investigation. If you need any help, just come find me.
Yep, we'll be sure to play it safe.
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Auroron's place to look for clues. He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his phlogiston aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time.
So did someone get in his place?
And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons.
What
My
the
guess
hell?
is they were left by Snezhnayan arms.
Oh, sounds like the Fatui broke into his house and took him hostage.
Yeah, it sounds really bad.
Why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising aphids? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him? This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Auroron speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Auroron really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui.
Could you tell us a little more about him?
Auroron? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant,
What?
and the people of the tribe took him in. You
Why
could
does
say that everyone had
have
a
this
hand in
story
raising
of
him.
like being abandoned? First Chaska, now Rowan. What is going on?
He learned a lot from us. And once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place.
If that's all there is to him, then he really doesn't sound like a bad person.
He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements. Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Okay.
Huh? What trail? Paimon doesn't see anything.
Yeah, what?
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things.
How do I do that?
Here, give me your hand.
Is it through like elemental sight? Oh, a string. I can see the trail now.
Whoa, Paimon can see it now too.
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too.
You can do spells?
You can even share your senses with us?
What the hell? Is
First
she a
time
witch?
Paimon's heard anything like that.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. When
Well,
I
good
held your
for you,
hand
I
just now,
guess.
I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. You're extraordinarily gifted. Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Auroron. Good luck, you two.
See, Lolly might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
Yup.
What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me? But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough?
Huh? Was that Seat Lolly's voice?
Let me think. It must be a side effect of the spell she cast. Okay, but why doesn't she hear me?
Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly. Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
Paimon
What?
sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it. So Auroron was indeed being threatened.
There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up.
It is?
I can
I'm not
also
seeing
smell a
it.
mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well.
Kanich told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
Yeah, I don't see any of that, apparently.
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me.
Oh!
There are signs of a struggle here. Judging
See,
from
this
what's
is why
left
we
on the
shouldn't be able to
scene,
read people's
there must have been a
minds.
fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. I'll take this direction, and leave the other one to you.
Okay, we'll see you later. There are traces of phlogiston here, but
Did you find something?
I don't know what... I found some traces, but the trail completely ends here.
Huh. So we can't tell where Auroron might have gone from here.
What does that mean? This is all extremely strange. Also...
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath the earth.
Oh, weird. Was that from the world, or did I, like, hear that in my head? Whose voice was that just now? Paimon! What the hell is going on? Oh my god, why? What? Am I in the Night Kingdom? How did I just show up here? The Night Kingdom? How did I get here?
I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you.
Okay.
I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this.
Did you
It's
have to
just
creep
that
up behind
you're
me?
much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm Auroron, the one you've been searching for.
But what does this mean? Have you escaped the Fatui's custody?
Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering smoke. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
Bro's a traitor? Oh my god, no, it's the captain?
Greetings, traveler from afar. It was I who tasked Auroron with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom.
Oh my god, I'm right in front of the captain. The first of the 11 Fatui Harbingers. What the hell? You are working together?
I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you, in person.
Okay, let me beat you up, man. Let's
I
do
will
it.
use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan.
And why should I
If you would
blindly
like to
follow
hear
your
our
plan?
intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
Are you really on the captain's side, dude? Or are you just saying that because you're currently a hostage?
Hey, what happened just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding.
Oh, I'm fine. Was my soul forcibly removed from my body just now? That would explain why I couldn't hear Paman at all. Ugh. That's disturbing.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
I just needed a break.
She froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground.
We can take a short break.
Even though the situation remains quite urgent, you take a longer break.
Feeling better yet, Traveler?
All right, let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Auroron is probably being held inside. Look over there.
Huh? Paimon thinks she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
That's Auroron. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
Yeah. He does look the same to when I spoke to him in the Night Kingdom earlier.
All right, we'll take the lead.
I guess you're gonna have to put on some acting, man.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
I cannot see the sun.
What?
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo-jumbo.
Mr. Philosopher.
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
See, Lolly's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? Let's go kick their butts. You've got no idea who you're up against.
Letting brave names echo!
Let the world collide!
Silence!
Was that all of them? That wasn't very hard.
Auroron!
Granny!
Paimon knows she's called Granny Eats
I'm
to Eat,
sorry,
but
that
it's
was
still
so
kinda weird
fake.
hearing someone actually call her Granny.
Granny.
And greetings to you too, other Granny.
Granny?
What did you just call her?
You are Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so
No.
I figured you're also
I'm
a
like
Granny.
100 years old.
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
I basically see everyone above a certain age as an elder I should look up to.
So you treat everyone like they're your uncles and aunties? Oh, that's very, Japan
Exactly.
culture.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
That is how it works.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Auroron? Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed the 3 warnings.
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them.
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think there'll be a next time after this?
He said
Not a
next time.
Oh,
They didn't hurt you, did they?
no, they just asked me a lot of questions about Natlan's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay, now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
He's gonna say
Yes.
no. Wait, what?
So why did you do it?
Because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Did the gods give you a brain just for you to not use it? Did you really believe everything they said at face value? And not stop to think? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind, and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening.
You return to the city and see Lolly brings you to the speaker's chamber where you recount everything that has happened to Auroron.
I see. So Auroron came to the captain's rescue because he promised to help him in exchange for Seat Lolly's safety.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Now that you know Auroron was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Once Auroron is settled, I'll go talk to Shilonen and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
Oh, thank you.
Ahem.
Goodbye, other Granny.
This new grandson of mine is way too polite. I'm not gonna say anything. I won't. That look at his face, he's probably trying to remind me about my... Yeah, I know he is. He doesn't strike me as a liar. Had I not seen everything for myself, I'd have never guessed that he could have done so much work behind Cheat Lolly's back. What does he really want?
Oh, we're finally done. All right, it's time to find some grub.
Paimon, there's something I need to tell you. Oh, I'm gonna tell Paimon.
Huh? What is it, Traveler? What? The captain?
Keep your voice down!
Sorry. Paimon just didn't see that coming.
We still need more info.
Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice no matter what, so if you want to go, we can go together.
Okay, we're here.
Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap. What was that?
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
Okay.
It's you. You shouldn't pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a force of habit.
Ugh. And what's with you apologizing all the time? You sound so polite and honest, but you're actually doing shady stuff behind people's backs.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her. Sometimes you two sound really similar, you know.
Oh, so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Well, I could.
So what's the purpose of this meeting?
It's all clear. Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character.
I'm only interested in the intel.
Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side.
Yeah,
If we
because I'm
allow
a
the
threat.
current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid.
Why?
I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person.
So yeah, I'm just a
And once
threat.
you've learned the truth that the Pyro Archon Malwika would never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back? If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan, even all of Tevat, will pay for her mistakes. Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along, the details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you?
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan. Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the Abyss. We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
That's just your speculation.
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa's plan?
Yeah, what even is that plan, by the way? By seizing the Gnosis and making that decision for her, could he mean that the Gnosis has something to do with this backup plan?
I knew you'd be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged. And now, I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
Who's coming?
Someone's here.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Wow, he's really good at that.
Something is rapidly approaching. Oh no.
Something? Bad news, chump! It's your granny!
See, Lolly? When did you get here?
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to. How dare you go behind our backs like this, Auroron? Colluding with the Fatui? Really?
Oh, she saw. This is
I'm
bad.
not trying to avoid
This is not
anything.
enough information to go off
Oh,
of.
and now you're talking back. Well, go on then. Explain yourself. What the heck are you up to?
I'm sorry, Granny. I feel so guilty.
He's gonna keep avoiding it.
You! That's it! Where are my tools?
Wait, see, Lolly! Please, calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we?
Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth this time. What does the captain want? What is his purpose in Natlan? You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me.
Why is he staring at us all of a sudden?
Do we really have
I'm
to
sorry
defend
that
him?
you have to hear all this.
It's fine.
You're very kind. Most people would have fled by now. Not everyone can handle Granny's scolding.
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me?
Sorry, Granny.
Sorry, Granny.
Oh.
Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine. I'm perfectly fully aware that everything I say goes in one ear and out the other. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all. There's nothing I can say to get through to you. Auroron, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And we've long closed the book on that incident.
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal history.
That's not it, Granny.
There's something off about that voice.
I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
Why is he so quiet?
His voice. Auroron! Where have you gone?
Why is he so quiet?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natlan. So I've got to go.
He just teleported.
Get back here this instant! Auroron! What is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he used?
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away like that?
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion. He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his legs.
Whoa, that's a little extreme. But still, why does he feel like he needs to run from us? If his goal is also to protect Natlan, then can't we work together?
He still doesn't want to tell us anything about his goals.
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, there's no guarantee you would have gained anything substantial. Auroron probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later.
The captain probably has some sort of substantial plan, otherwise Auroron would have no reason to keep following him. Meeting again is out of the cards for now, so it might be faster to just approach the Pyro Archon and confirm what the captain said. And also, I can tell that Auroron's stubbornness has hurt Seatlolly deeply. I need to find a way to comfort her. What was all that about Auroron's duty earlier?
We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time.
The three of you walk into a tavern and find a quiet spot to sit. I love the tavern. You and Paimon order some food and fruit juice while Seatlolly begins chugging down bottle after bottle of wine. Uh-oh. I don't think I want to talk to her when she's drunk.
What are you looking at?
Do you see two people standing by the door? They look like spitting images of each other. Are they twins?
I don't think I want to talk to you when you're like this.
I guess my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. Give me another bottle, boss!
No.
Do you think she's drunk?
Do you think?
There you go, miss. Aren't you the ones who saved Kachina and brought her back? No wonder you hit it off with Granny Seatlolly. She wouldn't spend time with just anybody, you know.
Wait, so you call her Granny too?
Well, given our ages, it'd probably be more accurate for me to call her my great-great-granny.
What? Bro, how
She's
old is
one of
she?
the most famous people at the Masters of the Night Wind. Most days, hardly anyone even dares talk to her.
Huh? Gossiping about me right in front of my face now, are you, Chonka?
Oh, please, Granny, I wouldn't dare.
After Chonka leaves, Seatlolly downs a few more glasses and begins to stare blankly into space from her chair. Great. I'm a babysitter. You start wondering whether she's actually drunk or working through some complex problem in her head. Nope, she's drunk.
Seatlolly?
You chumps come around here, picking fights with me? Well, you know what happens next. You lose, and then run off home to tell everyone about how I'm this big scary bully. I'm not some lazy slacker either. Between meditation, advising the chief, and speaking with the Wyab, I actually have a pretty packed schedule, you know.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And I have to mentor all the new kids. Hey, new kid.
Ow.
Yeah, you.
I'm the new kid?
Don't play dumb. Didn't I teach you how to find phlogiston? You see? I know my stuff. I'm a good teacher! You tell him!
Absolutely.
That's more like it!
Did she just fall asleep with her eyes open?
Behind this pitch-black curtain, a chapter of hatred reveals itself. Behind the smoke. The lingering smoke.
Ah, she's meditating again. She does this whenever she's had a few too many drinks. Her mind's actually racing at this point. It's quite the opposite of sleep.
Is this
She
another
needs to sleep.
specialty of the Masters of the Nightwind?
No, I'd say it's an ability that's unique to Citlali herself. While she can easily pick up everyone else's skills and tricks, few have been able to master hers.
Warning, warning. Red, the color of danger, has now arisen within that pair of eyes. Huh?
Oh, are you awake?
Traveler? Paimon? Well, great view, right?
Yeah.
I love coming here by myself.
Wow, it's beautiful!
Thank you for bringing us here.
You're making me want to cry.
What did I say something wrong?
What do we do? Please don't.
I was an expression, okay? A figure of speech. I'm just... embarrassed. Let's just have a casual conversation. It's easiest that way.
Really? You don't seem like the kind of person who keeps things casual.
Well, I guess I used to be more of a stickler for the rules. And you're right, I don't usually open up to the people of my tribe like this. I'm just an eccentric old hag to them. That story's been passed down so long, it might as well be true.
But you're just a regular person.
I don't think she's just a regular person.
The kids of my tribe would have a heart attack if they heard you say that.
Well, you are powerful. Are they afraid of you?
Some are. Others are mad I always come out on top. A few decades like that, and people stop knowing how to deal with you. What about you? Are you scared of me?
Yeah, but not for those reasons.
That's because you're not from my tribe. You don't know how many delusions of grandeur I've destroyed just by existing.
Damn.
Not to brag or anything. Maybe it's hard to believe.
We believe you. Shilonen has full faith in your abilities, and Auroran didn't seem scared of you.
Yes, but Auroran's a special case. Mawika already told you about her plan. And you've given so much help to Auroran and me. You deserve to learn the full truth. Auroran's not like other people. As I mentioned, he was abandoned as a child. The reason being, his soul is incomplete.
Huh?
The Masters of the Nightwind view this as a bad omen, capable of bringing about illness and misfortune.
What does that even
No
mean?
one knows who his parents were. He was just left on a rock in the wilderness. It's a miracle he wasn't devoured by some wild beast. The Masters of the Nightwind believe they can see human souls, and in Auroran's incomplete soul, they saw a possibility for Natlan. A possibility to turn Auroran into a vessel for lost souls. The ceremony would allow lost souls to gather within him.
Wait, what?
Auroran would then be sent to the Night Kingdom to return the souls to their rightful place, strengthening the ley lines and completing the ceremony.
Wait, that doesn't sound right.
Sending a living person to the Night Kingdom. Wouldn't that just kill him?
Now you see the problem. When damage occurs to the Night Kingdom, the souls held within disperse and remain adrift, unable to find a way back to the ley lines. This loss of souls damages the Night Kingdom even further. The ceremony can send back countless souls at once, which would benefit the Night Kingdom and the souls themselves. Of course, the vessel, Auroran, would be sacrificed in the process. I wasn't surprised the chief at the time came up with the plan. The ley lines were already in a terrible state. A suitable candidate for the ceremony appears, and now you have the chance to make things better. Of course you're going to take it. When the chief asked for my opinion, I didn't give my approval But I didn't object either. So they went ahead with the ceremony. It failed, and Auroron escaped with his life.
Oh wow.
Pathetic, isn't it? By not objecting, I basically gave them the go-ahead. Of course, in my tribe, death is rarely something to fear. But what kind of message would we be sending by sentencing a newborn to death? By using a human life as a tool? It's not right. So, when I learned the ceremony had failed, I was ashamed by my inaction, and absolutely relieved by the result. Everyone thought he would be happy he survived, and he never really said anything to the contrary. But just as I was about to put all of it behind me, he asks this question. Would Natlan have been saved if the ceremony succeeded?
Wait, but it's not his fault.
He knows that, but he still feels guilty. Auroron has a strong ability to perceive souls, more than any of us. He understands just how dire the situation with ley lines has become. Maybe he chose to work with the Fatui because he still thinks he owes a debt to Natlan.
Traveler, didn't the captain say he found a way to solve the crisis?
Oh no.
Maybe that's what brought Auroron into this.
Oh.
Anyway, we can't just let things go on like this. We have to convince him to come back!
Yeah, that should be our next step.
You don't look so good, Sweet Lolly.
Well, I'll go home and get some sleep.
Okay, good night. Alright. Our inn. Wow, that's a big bed. Holy crap. Or a very long bed, not a very big bed. Good morning!
Ah, you're already here. I was just about to come get you.
Wow, you're up early. That's impressive, especially after all the drinking last night.
Let's not bring up last night. I'm embarrassed about the whole thing. Anyway, I was also woken up by the commotion. Looks like all the warriors from the stadium are on the move. I heard many areas have been attacked by the Abyss, including the Masters of the Nightwind. I need to head back right away.
Awika, this is urgent. I know you're probably busy because things are really bad, but I really need to talk to you.
It's you two. As you can see, things are not looking good right now. People across Natlan are in danger. Look, I'm very interested in your recent adventures, but this is not a good time. So we'll have to keep our conversation short.
I know.
That's alright, we're also in a hurry. We're gonna go help the Children of Echoes after this.
We met the captain.
What? So he thinks my plan is too risky. He thinks I'm being stubborn.
Is it true?
I shouldn't underestimate the Fatui's ability to gather intelligence. The Gnosis does have that function. But there's more to the story. I will answer you honestly, but you must help me keep this a secret. I can use the power of the Gnosis to save Natlan, but it comes at a heavy price. The Gnosis would drain all the souls and memories from the Night Kingdom and weave them into a giant net, which would surround the ley lines and protect them against abyssal corrosion.
Wait, you can use souls to weave a net? But does that mean...
Yes. It means sacrificing those souls in the process. Souls are just another form of life. The cruelty of this method is self-evident. The Night Kingdom not only houses the souls of the dead, but also our memories and legends. Using the Gnosis means converting all three into material for the net, erasing our history and culture. Even then, the net can still become corroded. If we cannot find a way to repair the damaged ley lines before that happens, then all those sacrifices are for nothing. Given the enormity of the price, it's a solution I refuse to consider right now. Still, this has always been a well-kept secret. I'm very curious how the captain learned this information.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, one more thing? The captain said he found another way to solve the problem. Could be equally as extreme, though.
Without the Gnosis, he should have no other option. But I see no reason for him to lie. Seems
So you
like
don't
our only
know.
path forward is to track him down. so he can answer that question for us.
We still don't know what the plan is.
Judging by your expression, you must have doubted me, even if just for a second.
Maybe a little.
Not even a little! We would never— Wait, what are you talking about, Traveler?
Well, I did.
Just as expected. I appreciate your sincerity. Maybe it was out of caution, anxiety, or simple curiosity, but know this. No matter what, our goal remains the same. We both want to save the people of this land. So now that you have your answer, do you still doubt me?
Not at all.
You scared, Paimon.
Are the current attacks the beginning of the real disaster?
Not just yet. Even though
Not
the Abyss
just
is attacking several locations at once, I'm confident the warriors stationed in those areas can handle it. Don't worry. I just need to finish coordinating our available manpower, then I'll take a small team to handle the difficult locations.
Wait, you're going to fight in person? Didn't you give up your power?
That's true. I'm far less powerful than a god in my current state. But don't forget, I was an experienced and powerful warrior before I ever became the Pyro Archon. No matter how you look at it, my duty is on the front lines.
I'm sure you're an inspiration to all your warriors.
I just think there's strength in numbers. If the people feel emboldened, that's just a bonus. Anyway, even if we respond to these threats in time, it's not a permanent solution in the long run. I've considered moving my people to other nations, but given their close connection to the Night Kingdom, a forced evacuation would have devastating consequences. I've told the chiefs of each tribe to strengthen their defenses and advise people against leaving their settlements. Now, I just need to find the right time to disclose the true nature of the crisis to the people of Natlan.
Paimon's a little worried about how people will react.
I think a lot of people will join the fight.
Yes, but that won't be the only response.
Alright, we should head out. Maybe we can join up with Moani. She can't be too far ahead.
Yeah, let's go.
No need to worry about me.
Alright, let's join the fight.
Mountain veins boil!
Wait, what the hell?
Surf's up!
This is all trial characters all of a sudden.
It's an epic flame!
Out of the way!
Hear the echoes of the valley!
There we go.
Looks like a few people were hurt after all. Oh, I should have got here sooner.
The Abyss threw a lot at us at once. I rushed out as soon as I heard the alarm, and there were already so many monsters. It's impossible not to feel anxious when things are getting worse by the second, and all we can do is wait.
And we still don't know when the final two heroes are gonna happen.
That just means we need to buy the Pyro Archon more time. Keep pushing, everyone. Every battle is worth something.
You really are an eternal optimist, Mualani.
Why, thank you. I guess it's one of my better qualities.
I learned a few things you should know. You share the captain's Oh, I just said that? Okay.
So, specifics aside, the Pyro Archon confirmed the Gnosis can resolve the crisis, but it comes at a huge price.
We have options. At least we have
somehow
options.
The captain finds out about it, goes to fight the Pyro Archon, and calls her out for having a solution but refusing to use it.
Well, for
Honestly,
good reason.
If he has the same information as us, I can't really blame him.
What?
If that was truly the better choice, she would have picked it.
Yep.
Yeah, I trust the Pyro Archon. She's already proven how much she values even a single person's life. When it comes to Natlan's survival, there's no way she would hold back.
I agree. Maybe the captain weighed the costs and came to his own conclusion, but I'm sure we have different priorities. Life is important, but so are history and memory.
I'm on Mawika's side too.
As the Archon, she can't tell us everything, but it seems like she wasn't holding anything back this time.
The next question is, if the captain found a new way to save Natlan, how come the Pyro Archon has never heard of it?
That's what stumps me. Yeah, and isn't he from Snezhnaya? Why would the Fatui want to save Natlan?
This is all super confusing.
We still don't have enough information.
Let's head back then. Mawika said her intelligence officers should return soon. Mawika! Oh, Chaska and Koichi are here. Wait, are you okay, Koichi?
What's happened?
I'm fine. No need to worry.
They ran into the Fatui while out on a mission and decided to follow them.
Here's what happened. Watch out. It's the Fatui.
Were they attacked by the Abyss? No, wait. It looks like they're protecting a group of travelers.
We're glad you're okay. Given the appearance of abyss monsters all over Natlan, you should cancel your journey and seek shelter at the stadium or one of the tribes.
Thank you so much. I wish there was something we could give you.
We don't expect anything in return. We were out on a mission and saw you being attacked. It was our decision to help.
What the hell? Fatui being like...
If you truly wish to repay the favor, you can keep this a secret. If anyone asks, just say you were saved by warriors from Natlan.
Let's follow them and see what's really going on.
So this is where they were headed. Looks tricky. It's heavily guarded on all sides.
Koichi, wait for me here. I'll go in and check it out.
Fine. You're not gonna listen to me anyway, so let me come with you.
There's just too many Fatui. You should have just called more people for this.
I should get to that platform over there. But it's guarded by the Fatui. Koichi should have line of sight. I'll wait for her signal.
Where did she get that from? Okay. Now. Go.
That's it. Now's my chance.
The Fatui's occupying all the best locations. If we could just get past them somehow. Wait! I've got it!
Capybaras? Oh, what the hell is that? Toss out the mysterious sphere. What does that do? We're not at the capybaras, come on! Oh no!
Huh? What's that noise? Did something explode? Oh! It stings!
What the heck is that? What do you think you're doing?
I could ask you the same thing!
Looks like the Fatui are here to dig something up. I'm surprised they mobilized this many people.
It seems like they're looking for a dragon relic called the Source Mechanism. The device is ancient. Barely any information survives to this day.
What in the
And
companion cube is
Natlan
this?
Don't know how to use it. Why would this be the Fatui's target?
Not bad. Looks like it's in good shape. This should be what our Lord's looking for. Took us long enough. Come on, let's get this thing back.
Back? Back where? Should we keep following?
What was that sound?
Uh-oh. We've been spotted. Time to go.
Falling rock incoming! Watch out for your gadget!
What? Why did you say that?
You'll regret that! After them!
Koichi got injured trying to get them off your tail?
She pushed herself too hard and collapsed on the way back to the stadium.
Oh.
So our current intel suggests the Fatui is after the Source Mechanism. The device is a complete mystery, even to us. What does the captain want with it?
I have no idea. But it's safe to assume the device could serve a similar purpose to the Gnosis. Shilonen, I need you to gather every scholar in Natlan familiar with the secret source.
I'll get right on it.
Thank you both for your hard work. Koichi, it's time for you to get some rest.
Oh, Silali.
Sorry for popping up out of nowhere. Again. Remember what we talked about before parting ways?
Oh yeah, you mentioned how Auroron has always wanted to save Natlan, and something about his soul being fragmented. Paimon and the Traveler discussed it after you left, and we think Auroron is probably back with the captain. What do you think?
I agree with your hypothesis. And just now, I confirmed it myself. Auroron came back. He helped the Masters of the Nightwind defend our camp.
What? He came back?
Did he say anything?
I told him to give up whatever he's doing, but he refused. He said they're just one step away from success, so there's no way he can back out now.
One step?
Apparently, he came back to fulfill his duty to our tribe. when he left, he said it was because he still has a duty to Natlan as a whole.
Oh my god, he's gonna
I'm
sacrifice
surprised
himself.
you let him go at all.
He knew I would try to go after him, so he made sure to keep his distance. All these years of calling me Granny, and I couldn't do a single thing for him in the end.
Don't say that! Your tribe all raised him together, right? That couldn't have been easy.
You're right. Seeing him come back reminded me of when he was little. Running around the tribe, dropping by random houses right and left. He's not only a child of the Masters of the Nightwind, but a child of Natlan. It's only natural for a child to want to do something for their family. Besides, Auroron is my apprentice. He might have a few tricks up his sleeve, but I guarantee I know every single one.
Wait, what are you saying?
Look.
What is that?
Remember how I said Auroron's soul is fragmented? This is the talisman I created to keep it stable. And this gem is what makes the talisman work.
Okay.
It just so happens that Auroron is due for a gem replacement. Since I can't get close to him, I put the new gem in a supply bag and asked Aoife to bring it to him. You guys know Aoife, right? No?
Huh?
Well, he's a pretty famous vet around these parts. He's always bringing me all sorts of things, and he happens to be very good friends with Auroron.
Okay.
Aoife doesn't know what's going on, so he agreed, no questions asked. Auroron would find the gem as soon as he opened the bag. He knows how important it is, so I knew he would make the switch. He probably suspected that I tampered with it. But here's the catch. The trick is on the bag. The moment he touched it, a portion of his memories were copied onto the old gem, which he no longer needed.
That's amazing. You can do something like that?
That seems really invasive,
Most
but
people
I guess
can't.
we need to do
But I
it.
can.
That's amazing, Seat Lolly. Let's take a look right away.
Once we get to the bottom of this, we can finally track him down. I know he thinks of me as his grandma, but do you think he'll get mad at me for this? You can be honest.
Yes. He
That's
will be
a
very
tough
mad.
question.
But as his family, you have to do this.
To be honest, I've always doubted my ability to look after him. I didn't stop the ceremony all those years ago, and now I'm useless again. But if I stop here, it will haunt me until I'm 500 years old. I need to look at his memory. Even if he resents me, refuses to see me, or runs away for good, I don't care, and I won't blame him. A family does whatever it takes to protect their own. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's take a look.
Hey! How's it going, Auroron?
Good. How are you, Uncle Okanbi?
Can't complain. What you up to? Naming your vegetables again?
No, just some idle conversation.
Have you seen that strange group of people that just appeared out of nowhere?
What?
Appeared out of nowhere? I don't think so.
It's the Fatui. Their leader seems like a big deal. He didn't bring many men with him, but they're all elite warriors. If you run into them, be careful.
Okay.
You're from the Masters of the Nightwind, are you not? Why do you live here alone?
I enjoy living by myself out in the wild. I guess you're from the Fatui, the one everyone's calling a big deal.
Not an inaccurate description. I'm looking for someone who may be known to you. Citlali is her name.
Oh?
Granny? What does an Outlander want with her? I've heard the name. You have business with her?
There's no point to further questioning if you insist on hiding things from me. I shall seek answers elsewhere.
Oh, I could tell I was lying and now he's leaving? He gave up just like that? Hey! At least tell me why you're looking for Citlali.
It's none of your concern. I have my own means of tracking her down.
What the hell?
I've just been studying the ley lines and asking for leads on Granny. I can definitely rule out some sort of invasion.
The situation has seen no true improvement. The Pyro Archon did not fulfill her promise.
Her promise? Uh-oh.
My lord!
Ignore him. He is no threat.
Captain's like, I already
He knows I'm following him, but he doesn't seem to care. He's strong, I can tell. But there's something unusual about him and also familiar in some way. I can't describe it.
Familiar? What do you mean familiar?
What is it?
My lord, I feel dizzy.
What the hell?
A ley line disturbance. Certain presences have been forced to wander outside their rightful realm.
What the hell is this power, man?
That was a spell from the Masters of the Nightwind. How did he know that?
No way!
Sending those escaped souls back into the ley lines? How did he do that so easily? Soulfaring is supposed to be extremely difficult. This could be related to why he's searching for Granny.
No way!
I feel much better. Thank you, my lord.
Think nothing of it. Stay vigilant, and continue to gather information. The Abyss could attack at any moment.
Why are the Fatui fighting against the Abyss? Do they really mean us no harm? I've been following him this whole time and still they ignore me? Do they really not care?
You two, with me.
Oh, this was when he went to attack
Wait here as
Moika.
instructed. Send word to the other teams to retreat immediately if this fails.
Yes, sir.
He's going inside? But the Pyro Archon is in there. What does he want with her?
He wanted the Gnosis.
Forgive me, my lord. Allow me to check one more time. Do you truly wish to do this?
The time for idle observation is over. It now falls on me to act. This nation is out of time.
Bam!
They're both incredibly strong. How long will they have to fight until someone comes out on top?
Yep.
Wait, this feeling. Just like the other day near the ley lines, it's faint, like a soul's trying to escape. Where is it coming from? Is that why he's looking for Granny? If he dies here, then all clues will be lost. I can't let that happen.
Oh, so he did that for that reason?
As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
Wow.
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to. You don't have much time, and you're injured on top of that. What do you plan to do next?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out to be. You heard something from here, didn't you?
What is that? His soul? Like, what is that?
No need to force yourself. I've never seen anyone match the Pyro Archon in battle before.
I didn't expect you to intervene at such a critical moment.
Me neither.
You know I've been following you. Why didn't you stop me?
When walking in the forest, it is only natural to encounter wild beasts. However, not every beast has the courage to come out and bite.
And yet, one of those very beasts saved your life.
Then speak. What do you want?
I didn't save you because I wanted something. My soul is more perceptive than others. I can sense that the ley lines are extremely weak. I don't know what the Pyro Archon is planning. Can she really save us? The questions you asked her just now, well, I've had very similar doubts. So I felt like I had to help you.
So, you can tell the truth. That was quite a reckless decision to make. I'm not sure you realize that.
There's no turning back for me now. Start from the beginning. Why are you looking for Citlali? Do you know her?
Explain your relation to her first. I know you two are acquainted. It was obvious the moment I mentioned her name.
Citlali is my elder and my teacher. She taught me everything I know. It's my duty to protect her.
If you truly wish to protect her, you should have let me perish at the Pyro Archon's hand. Yet, you chose otherwise. Do I really need to tell you what that means?
I want to do something to change Natlan for the better. Something I can accomplish with my own two hands. You're stranger than anyone I've ever met.
That's for sure.
Maybe, just maybe, you can show me the way.
Strange. Citlali is said to be the legendary Granny Eastly, someone capable of communicating with the Wyab, and the Wyab are the key to information on the Night Kingdom.
Why do you need knowledge on the Night Kingdom?
That is not something you need to know.
Don't forget, I saved your life.
Do you not believe the Fatui capable of betraying a debt?
People can lie, but souls cannot. I can tell there's a weight to your soul, a sense of justice.
You may not live among your tribe, but you certainly know their tricks. I apologize for my rash judgment. You are more capable than I imagined. Let's go. We'll see if you have what it takes to join my plan.
Interesting!
I see. Interesting approach.
Worth trying, I think.
Rather than weaving a net to protect the ley lines, this method would address the root problem by reconstructing the ley lines themselves.
Oh! Wait, what the hell?
Woo!
Traveler, Paimon. Are you two alright?
Paimon's fine, just, a little
I'm fine.
dizzy.
Are you okay, Citlali?
Of course. I'm so mad at him. After everything, he still can't let go of the past.
I can kind of understand how he feels.
For some reason, he thinks he owes something to the people who cared for him. Now that he's all grown up, he thinks no one can tell him what to do. He thinks he can just run away whenever he wants. I'll show him. If he tries to run one more time, he's got another thing coming.
Maybe stubbornness runs in the family.
Is that supposed to be a compliment? Anyway, back to what we just saw. I don't even know what to make of it.
Yeah, the captain seriously wants to reconstruct the ley lines?
How?
What does it even mean? Something like the loom of fate, maybe?
Yeah, it sounds very loom of fate.
How does it help with the abyss?
The loom of fate?
Oh dear, we don't want to go down this rabbit hole, please. Like, that's too much.
It's kinda hard to explain. Basically, it's a device from Conrio that has unbelievable power.
Yeah, that my brother is doing.
If he really wants to manipulate the ley lines, everyone in Natlan will be affected.
He's serious. It lines up with everything he said before. He tried to seize Enosis for the same purpose.
Which means the captain has been honest from the very beginning. Auroron's memory proves that.
Why is he so obsessed with saving Natlan? Oh, we've got to tell Moika about this right away.
Yes, she needs to know about this. Now.
Okay, let's go. Oh, we're just going in. Okay. Okay, that is Act 3. Perfect. I'm gonna end it right here then, because it's been long enough. I could tell it's gonna get good, so yeah. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.